Let's talk about money, probably the most important part of making anything happen in life, because without it, you won't be going anywhere. Ensuring that you have safe, secure, convenient access to your funds is crucial for a smooth, enjoyable journey, and there are a number of different essentials involved in making sure that this happens. In order to give myself as many options as possible for ways in which I can get hold of my money, I have, on top of my high street bank account, opened up a number of other accounts. So when making a purchase, either in a restaurant or shop or online, or even withdrawing cash at an ATM abroad, just in case a particular bank card is refused or there's a problem of some kind, the last thing I want is to be in a position where I can't get access to my money, or an account has been flagged or suspended or shut down, or a card has been stolen or cancelled. I'm halfway around the world, and the chance of being able to sort these issues out within a short time frame is unlikely, not to mention the inconvenience and the stress that goes with it. If there is a problem with my bank card, I want to make sure that there is a second option, and just to be extra safe, even a third. Now, with the advent of many fintech offerings, it's possible nowadays to open bank accounts relatively quickly and easy in 10 or 15 minutes by submitting some basic details of yourself along with an ID, such as passport or driver's license, a quick selfie, and you're good to go. Upon verification, a debit or credit card of some kind will be sent out within a matter of days. So on top of my main bank account, I set up a second with Monzo and a third with Chase Bank. I've taken some money from account 1 and placed it into accounts 2 and 3. Now on top of this, I've opened more accounts with Wise, Revolut and Remitly to make sure that I can send money from the first 3 accounts to each of these ones, which can be exchanged into the local currency of wherever I happen to be, such as in this case, it will be Philippine pesos. With both Wise and Revolut, I'm able to fund the account through the app on my phone with, for example, UK sterling, and then change an amount of money into Philippine pesos, where it will be stored in the same card at whatever rate that I've purchased it, usually at a preferential rate in my favour. So, for example, if I fund Wise with 1,000 and exchange 500 of that at a specific exchange rate at the time into, let's say, 38,700 pesos, that exact amount of 38,700 pesos will sit there at that rate of that amount on my card and be available to spend online or in a shop as if I was a local with a Philippine bank account. The technology on the card automatically searches for the local currency first, and if you have it, then it will be deducted from that amount, and if you don't, Wise will automatically convert from any pounds or dollars or euro funds you may have at the best available exchange rate at that time in order to complete the transaction. Over recent months, I think it was around July this year, the pound, along with other currencies, was particularly strong against the PHP. I made a point to have a quick look at a chart of the currency pair, and I could see that it was at the best rate that it had been for the last 4 years. So I decided that it was a good time to purchase some pesos to store on my Wise card, so I timed that well. I also took the opportunity to exchange some more pesos online to pick up in hard cash from a currency bureau locally, giving me enough to see me through the first few weeks from arrival. I think anything over the equivalent of $10,000 worth of pesos has to be declared to immigration on entering the Philippines, but I won't be anywhere near that limit, that's for sure. With Wise, I can make 2 withdrawals of up to £200 worth of a foreign currency a month from ATMs without incurring any charges. Again, if I have enough Philippine pesos already segregated on my card, it will come from that amount without any exchange being needed. There may, however, be some charges on the other side of the transaction from the Philippine ATM that you're withdrawing your money from. And I've heard a figure of around 250 pesos sometimes, so that's worth bearing in mind. Now, in the event that there is a typhoon or ATMs are out of cash or some unforeseen circumstance, I also opened up an account at Western Union. So I can actually wire myself money from all 6 of the other accounts that I've mentioned at any time if necessary, as there are many branches of Western Union all over the Philippines where I could collect hard cash in pesos. And finally, one last extra layer. I also registered a Currency, that's spelled SEA, for their debit card, which acts as a layer on top of your main bank card, such as Lloyd's or HSB, etc., for use overseas. This also allows up to 500 a month on ATM withdrawals without any fees as well. So as you can see, there are many options, and it's best to be as intelligent as possible to prevent nightmare scenarios happening when abroad. All of these want to be sorted out on this side before you leave your home country. Just don't do them all on the same day, as you might raise red flags for money laundering. Now, on the other side, over there, you'll have to remember that cash is king. And unless you happen to be shopping at a mall in the city, if cash is king, Gcash is certainly queen. Gcash is a mobile wallet and digital payment service in the Philippines that allows users to send and receive money, pay bills, and shop online. It's the most popular mobile wallet in the Philippines with over 76 million users, and it's accepted virtually everywhere. However, in order to utilize this service, you need to download the app on your phone, register using a Philippine mobile number, and submit the usual ID and selfies. And upon approval, you will be able then to move monies from most accounts and those I've previously mentioned into Gcash seamlessly. A very important point to note here is that this also serves as a workaround if your bank cards have expired and you haven't yet received a new one or it's gone astray somewhere. A final note to mention is that it's not necessary but advisable to use a VPN with an IP address of your home country, both for security when accessing financial platforms and bank accounts, to avoid security algorithms detecting what they might assume is suspicious activity from a distant land just to be safe. So, as you can see, there are numerous ways to be intelligent about how you can keep uninterrupted access to your money. You might never need them, but you never know, and it's always better to be safe than to be sorry.